Jim Verzino. I'm the president and founder of Creators Financial. We're a bookkeeping, fractional CFO, and tax planning firm for businesses between $1 and $10 million and nonprofits of similar size, $1 to $10 million in revenue. The biggest problem I was facing before attending the training was a consistent lead flow. So I had been operating for the last 4 or 5 years, basically purely off referrals. So just my network, and that got me to a decent scale. I've got a few employees and we're out there working, but the business had really stagnated when I was working just off of referrals. And I want to grow the business beyond that. And in order to do that, I have to start working with people that don't know me personally. So I basically came to the training to help figure out how to do lead generation and start getting people to talk to that were not in my immediate network. It was Chris himself that motivated me to be in the training. Of course, the Massachusetts incentives were good, but I wanted to work with somebody that had already been successful. And he had grown a business to a larger size, really, that I want to grow mine to. And he did it from scratch. Now, granted, mine is finance, his is marketing, but they're both B2B service businesses that serve executives. And I really wanted to work with someone that could sort of take me all the way through that journey from, my small business that I have now into something bigger. And I really value the mantra that you become the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I wanted to spend time with those kinds of people, and Chris really was that kind of person. Let's start with one that I'm already doing. I came into the course already what I considered pretty good at AI, certainly compared to any of my peer group that I know. I'm better at AI than most of the people that I know personally just in my social peer group. But Chris really showed me how to take that to another level in my marketing planning, and I've taken some of the lessons I've learned from that and even applied it to finance. So just how to use AI as a coworker of mine was probably the biggest one, and the one I literally use some of the lessons I learned every day in the course in my use of AI. Other big things were helping me to come up with a customer persona and really hone my target market, which is sort of always changing, but the lessons that we learned there and sort of the order that we did them in allowed me to come up with a customer persona and a brand that I'm really happy with now that I wouldn't have been able to do on my own, for sure. The other is really consistent marketing. I really kind of hated even the thought of email marketing before going into the class. And we didn't cover email marketing specifically in the course. We didn't cover any one very specific strategy in that way, or tactic, I should say, in that way. But once I got done with the class, I saw that I need to have multiple tactics. It can't be just me doing webinars or only one tactic. I need to put them all together, and that was a big takeaway that I haven't implemented yet, but I'm in the process of putting together now. So I'd say the biggest thing that I was able to do that was very practical out of the training was be able to develop my entire marketing plan and then have something to constantly go back to when I'm sort of flailing with what should I do next, right? So I've got a marketing plan now, and when I start to flail with what should I do next, I can go back to the plan. Chris has specifically been unbelievably supportive. I have reached out to him multiple times during the course and have gotten lots of feedback that really is course related, but he could easily not do, and he'd be well within his scope of work to not really answer me. But even after the course was done, I've reached out to him, and he's continued to be very helpful. It's been actually quite stunning to me how helpful he has remained and how much time and energy he's put into helping me coming up with scripts himself that I never even asked for. I mean, I've written him with more generic questions. He comes back with a with an entire script that I can use. So it's quite remarkable. So he's been incredibly supportive.